And namaste. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So much fun to see you. How much fun. Hi. So glad we're all surviving this just stupid thing. Couldn't couldn't be more irritating, right? Well, it's enough. It's enough as it is. So this is a real solace. I really believe that the yoga. We've been zooming since March, and we started in July. We started morning classes. So there's 8:15 classes on Zoom, and then the 8:15 Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we're here Sunday at this regular class that's been going on for 20 years. This class, the church. So my dedication to my livelihood, my life, is that we encourage the gathering so we can kind of recharge. And it always seems to work. And it's particularly nice, I think, being able to be out in nature. It's, Sunnylands was shut down in March. And I don't know if it will ever get 300 people, although we have enough room. Sunnylands, by the time I stopped at Sunnylands, I had 300 people, which was incredible. So I was aspiring to filling up this large lawn when it gets cooler. But for now, we're so happy. I'm so happy to see you all. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. I love you. This is my little TV monitor so I can see them. We usually have people from Iowa and La Quinta and Carlsbad. And Robert, do you want to come right here? I can only really yell so loud. Can you hear me okay? Perfect. Good. You can scoot forward. It's not the camera. Good. All right. So take a deep breath in and let's move our things around. Remember, in your yoga, don't do anything that hurts. This is not about agility and capping off a great enthusiastic undertaking of your yoga. This is about finding some sweetness of the breeze on your skin and getting grounded with the mother. So get this vessel organized. You can sit cross-legged and easy. Rub your hands together. Somebody's not muted. I can't see. Amy, I think it's you. Yeah. Hi, Marnie. Good. Rub your hands together. Get them nice and warm. Oh, hi, Andrew. There you guys are. And who's that? Can't tell. It's a new, interesting world. Get them nice and warm. Take a nice deep inhale. And on the exhale, humbly and softly cup your palms over your eyes. Don't touch your face. Go ahead and take about 2 inches away from your eyes. Straighten your spine. Soften your belly. Relax your shoulders and breathe in and breathe out. Just settle yourself in. Cover up the exterior and invite yourself to cultivate an intimate relationship with your breath. Invite yourself to be your breath, to breathe your breath, and to follow your breath to your yoga, the yog, that interior landscape, that void, the yog, that cosmic connection to the divine. Invite yourself to befriend yourself. It's difficult sometimes, but befriending yourself and participate in your healing. Invite yourself to breathe up and go into Happy Buddha, separating arms up towards the sky, separating any interference in your crown chakra, any clogging, any too much mental aggravation often inhibits the receptivity from the divine. Open up and move out through your energetic body. For us out here, we feel the sweetness of the breeze, that breath of the gods on our skin. Move out through your energetic body and ground yourself. Breathe in and breathe out. And then gather all that sweetness right into your heart. There is somebody not muted. Easy. Inhale and lift your arms up and overhead. I can't see who it is. You guys have to figure out, make sure you're all muted because I can hear someone panting. Hi, Jolie. Step up and easy. Let your arms go out nice and wide and come onto your knees, cross-legged. Hands on your knees. And let's take the heart in front of the ankles. You can keep your legs straight, Renee. It's okay for sure. Keep your knees straight is fine. This doesn't have anything to do with the two of you lefties. Roll your rib cage around your pelvic bowl, leaning forward in your heart so you feel it in your hip, going back behind. Breathing. Good. And then easy reverse the direction. Breathe out and go around. Good. Make sure you get some action in the love handles. Right? You want to add a little swirly whirly. Inhale your arms up and overhead. And exhale the right hand, spider fingers off the right knee, lift up and out of the waist, and pull softly off to the diagonal. Don't go too far behind you because you'll squish the back. So better that you kind of lean forward and keep stepping towards the future, leaning towards the future. Keep the left bottom anchored. Good. And then inhale and lift up. Spider finger, what do you call them? Happy cactus. Dingle dangle work. Elbows right off your shoulders. Spin, spin, spin. And then easy, let's end up back at the right side. Dive down over the knee. Use your spider fingers now and angle spin your upper chest so your heart's over your thigh. Your head hangs so the back of your neck is opened up. Your left leg keeps you anchored. Your left bottom is on the ground. You breathe in and breathe out. Do something about your stomach. Use it to exhale. Letting the weight of your body stretch your lower back. And then easy, Michi march around, chip, chip, chip. Use your fingers, cantilever the body, go all beyond that left thigh. Now you can take the right arm and put it on the outside of the thigh. Lift your chest and turn your gaze over your left shoulder. Really wring out your waist. Eyes are wide open so you can see your guides and your gods and ghosts. See what's in your gaze. The mountains are gorgeous here. We're really sweeping, spinning that body, looking, breathing. And then easy, Michi march back into the center. Shimmy and shake. La, la, la. No music, but shimmy and shake. Practice. And then sweep the arms forward, out, up and overhead. Inhale. And humbly as you exhale, slide down your heart line, dedicating this breath to your body, to the honor and the privilege and the adventure, housing the spirit in this most sacred of temples. Pause with the soft eyes. Begin to notice that yoking, that union, that joining, the interior landscape, the body, the mind, the spirit. What happens to the vessel when we begin to concentrate, oxygenate, refresh, and reinvigorate our temple? So sweet. Slide your hands down and shift your feet. Go ahead and shift your cross legs. Good, easy. Pull your rump back. Find yourself easy. 7 breaths. Reaching out through your fingertips. Really stretch long. Activate the extremities. Inhale, lift up through the nose. Exhale through mouth or nose. Just remember that spittle flies. Isn't that the new mantra? Use your exhale and your belly strong to exhale flat belly. That's like large wings. Twice more. Once more. Hold the arms up overhead. Stretch up a little more. And slide your hands down. Easy. Let the hands rest on the knees. Inhale and spin the torso around that pelvic bowl. See if you can softly interior visualize your heart comes in front of the ankles so you really stretch, and then you sit back behind your tailbone, scoop out your belly. Good. And loosen up that computer back. Loosen up the seated slouch in the couch back. And easy. Or in reverse the spin. Good. Breathe. Easy spinning around. And then easy, come back into the center. Shake out the shoulders. Inhale, the arms up overhead. And we're going to go ahead and take that left hand offside the left knee, lift up and out, and pulse. Now, you don't want to go behind yourself, remember, because that will give you the squish in the kidney. So the more angle you want. Oh, keep that right hip organized. Good. Breathing. I see grimaces. There's lot. I see a little twinges, tweaks. Easy. And then easy, rebound up, happy cactus. Be definite where your space is. You know, this stuff, get it organized, and then spin your upper torso with freedom. Let your upper back, your thoracic spine spin, spin, spin. Oh, we don't do this enough. Let your head go with you. You may end up with a little crack in the back. Easy. And then come to the left side, dive on down. Elbows up, crown of the head to the mat, stomach is in. Use your fingertips, those spider fingers, to torque your center heart over your left thigh. Easy. Let the weight of your head stretch you out. Okay, it's, you know who it's, Amy, I don't know that you're muted. Yeah. It's mostly a nice thing for embarrassment to mute yourself so that all your grunt and groans don't go out. Sit heavy in your right hip. Stomach is in, right? It lives inside the abdominal cavity. Who knew? And then easy, use your fingertips. Support yourself as you march around. Go beyond that right thigh, stretch your body long, lift up, and look way over your right shoulder. Eyes are really wide, full range of motion. You want to spy on everyone who's walking by. You as well want to see if you can connect in with your ghosts and the guides and the gods. Sit heavy on your sit bones, torquing the body. Be amazed. What is the backside? Lift the chest a little bit, drop the good job. Breathe in, breathe out. See, we have a walking movie. Mitzi march back into the center, shimmy and shake. And easy, sweep the arms out, up and overhead. Inhale. And humbly cup that energy between your palms. Soften your eyes, slide down your heart line. Dedicate this breath to your mind and to your the sweetness, your most radiant, that kind and compassionate self. Dedicate the breath to your curiosity and your creativity. Dedicate your breath to the alignment and the connection with the divine. And you pause and you scan. When we pause, we practice receiving grace. It's easy to be really forward stepping and active and always on our toes. It's more of a challenge to settle in, kind and compassionate. Slide your hands on down on your knees. Shift your feet in easy alternate nostril breathing. We actually could do a cooling breath since it is still summer for those of us that are outside. If you don't know the cooling breath, one of the girls that teaches here, she calls it the taco tongue. I don't have that kind of tongue, so I cannot show you. So the alternative, you know what a taco tongue is, right? Well, yeah, like he's got one, he's got one, he's got. If you don't have a taco tongue, then you pull in like you're sipping in on a straw. So the cooling breath, just get yourself comfortable. And you're going to breathe in through your mouth, because that's the cool breath. Breathe in through the taco. Breathe in 1, 2, fill the lungs 3. Exhale through the nose, the hot air. You can feel the difference. Exhale 2, 3. Breathe in, Jolie, through the taco tongue. Breathe in. So you suck it. If you don't have taco, you have straw. And exhale through the nose. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in through your tongue. Exhale. Breathe in through your taco tongue or your straw. Breathe in. Again, breathe in. Feel it. Draw all the way through the back of your throat and expand your ribs. Cooling. Exhale hot through the nose. Once more. Exhale nose. Arms out. Inhale, look up. Twine your thumbs. Stretch up a little more. Stretch up a little more. Take in a little more breath. Hold the breath. Stretch, contract, and swallow. Cap off your windpipe. Swallow and absorb the oxygen. Sip in a little more. Swallow, stretch, contract, reach. Exhale, humbly slide down your heart line. Put your hands, make that line of your chakras and settle on your knees. Close your eyes and pause softly. Notice if there's a tingling in your skin. Notice if your brow is unfurrowed. Smooth in the brow, the moon's moving towards full. They say the smoothness of your brow is associated with the coolness of the moon. Be easy, centered. So you practice receiving the cool wind, the sounds of people, birds, cicadas. It's easy. Inhale, lift the arms up and overhead. Humbly slide down your heart line. Always that place adds grace. Arms back behind you. Roll your hips, fold your knees. Rub your knees. Rub your knees, rub your knees. Rub your ankle. Stretch your legs out easy. Pull your buns back behind you and let's move through a little action. Get your lymphatic system going. Get that arterial flow. Well, you're going for the sunshine. And then easy, round your back, roll back, and go through the digestive. Cookies. I have cookies in that box over there. Sunday cookies. No, the same ones we always love. Chinese almond cookies. Easy, bend your knees, go for the kidneys. Somebody was here and said they missed them. I said, me too. My side body, side lungs, armpits, lymphatics, Boost everything in self. Come across the upper chest. Make sure you bang on your bang. That's a yogic word. Bang on your thyroid and your thymus and get your well-being areas right up in here. Circulation, upper lungs, loosen it up. Other side. Good, easy. Stretch up. Exhale, bow down. First forward bend, that position of the witness. Bow down and squish your toes, squeeze the toes, make little fists with the toes. Get that circulation to roar through your body. Bounce your knees a little bit, rock side to side. Then draw your hands alongside your shin bones. Lift your chest up, draw the shoulders, pull the toes towards your nose. Lift that distance between your lower unattached ribs and the top of your crest of your hip bones. Suck the stomach in. Lift the chest forward. Gaze is out over the top of the toes. Left toe towards your earlobe. Breathe in, breathe out. Don't get too hot, Will. Then point your toes, lifting and looking over the toes. Activate that midline. You want to pull the ankle bones together. See if you could squeeze the calves together, unless you were born on a fat horse. And then pull your, that's bow-legged, skinny horse. And then try and pull your inner knees together. Try and get the inner knees, the thighs, and stretch, looking over. Long spine. Breathing in, breathing out. Pull the toes towards the nose again. Hands off side. Visualize your tailbone, stacking the lower vertebra. Come up in the mid-heart. Stretch your arms up overhead. We call this bowing down and blowing out the candles. Undulating, stacking the vertebra, sweeping the arms up overhead, smelling the roses. But that's not really in season anymore, and the honeysuckle's gone. So inhale and lift up, and bow down. Inhale, lift up. And bend your knees if you have an issue with your back. Make sure the feet move good. Bow down and stack the vertebra. Kind of add a little sway to it. You could do the Michael Phelps, the butterfly. Let your body just begin to and exhale. Could just be easy. Don't do anything that hurts. Beautiful. And again. All right, don't forget Arturta there, Susan. The Sausalito to Susan. Oh, there's the cat. Let's bow down. And once more. Inhale, lift it on up, hold it up. Bow down, lift it on up. That was the trick. Hands go by your side. And you're going to lift up into picnic table. Shake out your money maker. Look at the sky. For us, we get to see the mountains. It's so beautiful. Shake out your buns. Right leg to the sky. Move the foot around on your ankle. Breathing. A little higher, darlings. What about the arriba? And then, what about the moneymaker? Take the other leg. Use your fingers. And reach through the toes. That's pretty. Relax your lips. Have fun with it. Lower down, be on all fours. Open and close. If you're okay with your neck dropping back, go ahead and open up your throat. Press on your feet and your hands. Breathe in, breathe out. Lift your head up, drop your tail down, and shake out your hands. Wow, that was just so much. Easy. Take your feet to the side. Hands back behind you. Somebody said, I need to tell you all on the thing, the Zoom, that this is not static that's behind you. They're called cicadas. And they're these little rubbing together bugs, and they make this sound in the summer. I like them, but they're not static. So feet are outside of the mat. You're going to windshield wipe your knees. Let the knees drop down to the ground. Feet are wide apart, so you can get that stretch in your hip. You can open your feet a little wider, rubber it also. Good. Trying to lift the chest so you begin to stretch that midsection. Good. They still work. And then end up off to your right. And now pulse this right bottom, oops, so that your hip gets flat. So you can pulse that bottom and drop the hip down so that you stretch the insertion point of your thigh. Good. You can lift your chest away from, that's good. Little pulse in your rump, honey. Little hula practice. And then you're going to take that rump and lift it up, the rump. And then you're going to take the ribs and slide around. Turn the lower hand on the mat away from your body. Spin and twist your body looking over your left fingers. Look over your left fingertips. Open your eyes wide again. And then stretch out that left leg. You can keep down on your hips if you want. Oh, very nice, Robert. Good. Breathing. Twisting. Oh, really reaching. Just give yourself that opportunity to extend. Reach for those cherries at the top of the tree. And then easy, come back. Arm goes up, buns go down, knees come in. And side to side. Breathing. Enjoying it. Other side, don't want to be lopsided. Open to feel too late. Let the knees drop all the way so it really helps with the hips and that lower back. End up on the left side. Pulse. Pulse. So that you can feel the stretch in the thigh, yes or no? Okay, good. Remember to push out of your shoulders so you don't collapse. Lift. Kind of add a little bit of attitude. That's it, exactly. We haven't even gotten to high drama yet. Stretching, breathing. Gives a lot more room to eat more later. And then you go. Pulse that hip up. Slide around. Let the upper torso spiral. That left hand turns back. Spin all the way. Look over your right fingertips. Good. And then you can stretch that right leg out. Breathing easy. A little easy. The arm comes up and overhead. Perfect. Bring the legs back together. Stretch out. This is for your mind. Put your legs out. Sit there. You can always move your mat. It's an agile thing. Adaptable. Arms up and overhead. Just thank God we're not in a hurricane. Exhale and bow down. Or the fires. You want to be spontaneous and able. Easy. Forward bend. Notice if you're not a little bit further than you were. Yes or no? Yes? A little bit. Breathing. Okay, ready? Notice how your breath moves into the back lungs. Notice the beating of your heart, the softness of your throat. And easy. Walk your hands back on in. Let's do a roll over into child's pose. Child's pose would be what, and you guys can be child's pose like this. Make child's pose. If you're okay, you can open up your knees and let your big toes tip so you kind of set up an electrical connection. And you can bow down softly and quiet your analytical mind. Be a witness. Be soft and easy. Remind yourself that you're moving your cerebral spinal fluid, your life force, your chi, your kundalini, by getting your head below your heart below your tailbone. Humbling self. Again, calming self. Increasing the buoyancy of your vessel, increasing the capacity of your body for oxygen. Moving that prana to the surface of the skin through the thousands of little pathways in the body. This shift in our relationship, this bowing down to the mother, this relaxing of the mental analysis, softening into the sweetness. Palms can be up or palms can be down. Quieting the mind and observing the breath. And then easy, you're going to go ahead and lift up your palms and your wrists and your forearms and your elbows and shake out your shoulders, shake out your head. And then easy, lay your hands down and inhale up onto all fours. Bring the knees into parallel, spread your fingers, pull the inner elbows towards each other, and let's articulate in that old-fashioned exhaling round in the cranky cat. The tailbone points towards the earth. The mid-back is pressed up towards the heavens. Flatten the feet and swing the tail. Really shift that pelvis so it goes up to the sky. Drop your belly, slide your heart forward, look up. And open and close your jaw, especially if you've been eating a lot of Cheetos like me. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack. I think I made a run on Trader Joe's. Round your back, look through your thighs, stretch your wing arms apart. Try and take some of the weight off your wrists by using your fingertips. Swing the tail, slide forward, look up. Stretch your chest away from your pubic bone. You can wag your tail. Just finding space in the body once more. Around the body, look through your thighs. Oh, press the earth away. Engage the support of your extremities. And last time, flat feet, swing, tail up, belly down, heart forward, look up, eyes up. You know, it's the aggro. And then come back into a nice flat back. Today, let's go ahead and have some more aggravation. Curl your toes under. Spin your hands around. So in particular, if you're bossy, this is really tough. If you've been squeezing around on your little phone and really squeezing around on your computer, you're going to find your forearms are really round. Now try not to sag in your lower back. Round the lower back so the tail goes towards the ground. Wow, we never had these guys. Here they come. Oh, we love these guys. They're the fire department. Round and look through. Always on the front line. Round your back. Press on your forearms and try and angle your bum back towards your heels. Then you start crying. Yes or no? Are you crying? Thumbs on the outside of the mat. Breathing. And then easy, except for you to sit back on your heels. Take your little crippled hands. and go, oh, mercy, and make those fists. Circulate that energy. This it's like a poison, right? It's like maybe not a poison, but we don't really want it in there. So squeeze those hands and shoot it back down to the earth. She can take it. Just don't do it at your friends. And then little disco, plant them, elbows high. Ah. Are your toes curled under? You're in the sunshine. Now go the other way. I know. It's completely strange, isn't it? Well, I don't know. There's a lot of completely strange things. And then easy, take your arms up and overhead, spread your fingers, dive forward, and then hooray, toe fists. Strong toe fists. Rotate the feet, wag your tail. And then find yourself nice and organized. Hips over the knees, fingers spread, curl the toes under, take that left foot back, and push the heel away from your bottom. Spread your fingers and literally look at your fingers so that you can see each fingertip is engaged. The midline of your elbows, they're squeezing towards each other, and you're pressing that heel away from you, even further, Will. Now lift that leg up. Breathing, keep the toes to the ground. And now pull it over so it comes 90 degrees off your hip and drop it down. Breathing. Can you see your toes? How's the pedicure? Open up that left arm. Look up at the sky. Oh, glorious. Beautiful. And then lower that left arm back down. Organize your extremities. Lift the left leg up. Oh my God, it weighs so much. Go back behind you. And now stretch your right arm in front of you. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. And if you are a thrill seeker, you can go ahead and bend that back foot in and grab the ankle. Only if it's comfortable. Don't bother, Rennie. No, don't even try. Lift the thigh. Breathe in, breathe out. Push the foot into the hand. Press the earth away. Get strong. Release with control and lower down. Wag your tail. Organize self. You guys okay? You see, it's the sliding. It gives lots of action to chase the shade. That's probably the name of the class. Chasing shade. Open up your hands. Of course, the Zoomers don't understand. And easy. You can curl the left foot or not, depending. Sometimes it gives you a little more security. Look at your forefinger and your thumbs and press strongly on the forefinger and the thumb and all your fingertips. That takes the pressure off your wrist. Pull the elbows together and take the right leg back, curl the toes under, and push with your heel of your hand so that the heel of the right foot is stretching away from you. No shoulders in the ears. Remember, the shoulders are not your earrings. We borrowed that from Scotty Sarber. And then breathe, and then lift that right leg up. Strong arms, don't collapse. Breathing in, breathing out. And then hinge over 90 degrees, all the way off by your shoulders. Drop the foot. Open up the right arm, spiral the body. Looking up. Spacious and gracious. And lower that arm down. And lift the leg up. Ooh! And take the leg back behind you. Organize self. Take the left arm out. The other left arm, right? Fold in if you're thrill seeking. Kick the foot in the palm of the hand. Raise the knee. Good. Breathing. Use your forefinger, use your thumb, use your fingertips, press off of the wrist. That's good. Breathing and release and lower down. Wag your tail, drop into child's pose. Open your knees, sit back easy. You can either open the knees enough that you can settle in between the thighs. Notice where your breath goes. You can always put your forearms under your forehead. You can always soften yourself. Try and surrender to your thighs, to the earth. Feel the energy move through your body. Make sure, make sure the back of your throat is soft and open, feeding your brain. And then easy, walk your hands back in underneath your shoulders, spread your fingers, come up onto all fours, organize the body into that tabletop position. And we're going to do one downward facing dog for our great strength, resiliency. So let the body be your support. Angle, sit back on your heels. Forefinger, the extremities are important. The shoulders slide away from your ears. Elbows are squeezing together. Lift your knees up and rest on your thighs and look through your thighs. Now lift up onto all 10 toes. Lift your heels nice and high, really high with the tailbone towards the sky. Press the earth away. Drop the left heel. Keep the right knee bent. See if you can get your rib cage resting against your right thigh. And then rise up onto 10 toes, lift up hands, lift up the heels, and alternate. Drop that right heel and keep your ribs pressed back against the bent left knee. Don't forget your thumbs and don't forget your forefingers. Press the earth away. Stay engaged. I mean, if you were young and crazy, you'd just jump up into a handstand right now, right? I guess there's no young and crazies. Lift up onto all 10 toes and then drop the heels. Upside down V, downward facing dog. Long body. And then go ahead. Left leg straight up behind you. Open that over the body. A hydrant, just opening up the hip. Higher, Robert. That's good. Bring the leg back, lower down, let the right leg float up behind you, and open up. Oh, let that foot get heavy. Raise the knee to the sky. Press the earth away. Don't bend the elbows. Bring the leg back, downward facing dog. Easy, inhale into plank. Elbows are in. Inhale into plank. Bosoms hinge over your thumbs. Breathing. Hopefully you start shaking soon. Drop your boom boom, Jolie. Bring the bosoms, the other bosoms, the boom booms over your thumbs. Then how about sticking your stomach against your backbone? It should live in the abdominal cavity. 5 more breaths. This is just bearing your own weight. Remember, if you can bear your own weight, then you can help others. Lift up your left foot, lower down. Lift up your right foot, lower down. Left hand, right hand. Drop into half plank. Oh, just because. Breathing. So we'll stay. I don't have the bird clock, so we'll stay for 30 seconds. You want to be in half plank. Squeeze your inner thighs. Squeeze your bottom. Hey, arriba, get the boluka off the ground. Hello, what happened, Will? Oh, it is? Press on your thumb. 10 more seconds. 10 hippopotamus. Oh, very good. 9 hippopotamus. 8 Mississippi. 7 Mississippi. You have the watch. 5. Breathing. Don't give up. It's just your body. Bosoms over your elbows. 4. Feel gorgeous. 3, 2, and 1. Down you go. Splat. Heels go out. Arms cross under your forehead. Turn your head to the side. Breathing out. Just go. Ah. Exactly. Try it again. Breathe in. Exhale. Sigh. Ah. Feel the beating of your heart. Feel that support of the earth. That ability to surrender. Easy. Breathe easy. Cross your other arm on top and turn your head to the other side. I love it. Rock your hips a little bit. Come back into the center. Let your arms come sliding back so you just softly hinge up into proud sphinx. Shoulders are down. Heart sliding forward. Press on the hands. Ah. Pull your bosoms away from your pubic bone. Open up that lower squished up gut area. Ah, feel the breath moving out underneath your upper arms. Stretch the legs behind you. Lift up wide-eyed again and bushy-tailed and look over your left shoulder. See if you can see your heel. And look the other way. Chest up, eyes wide. Let the refreshing light coming into the eyeballs, different from the screens. Come back into the center. We want to play with the brain waves, play with the body's full energetic abilities. Lower the bosoms down, squeeze the ankles, knees, and inner thighs together. Stretch the arms back so you can Wonder Woman. And the varieties, of course, depending on how aggressive you are with your body, you can lift the bosoms off. You can twine the arms, the hands, keep the legs part of your deal. Lift the chest up, breathe in, breathe out. Press down on the pubic bone. No frowning, though. That doesn't have anything to do with getting your chest up. Breathe in, breathe out. How you doing, Suze? Flying. Release the hands, lift them up a little higher. Use the old, very nice. You like this one. Breathe in, breathe out, and easy. Lower on down. Hands underneath the shoulders. Come up onto all fours, wag your tail, cross your ankles, sit back on your mat, roll down onto your backs. They say, really? Really? Good. Take a nice deep breath, tuck your knees to your chest, boom. One hand on each cap. Will, you're totally in the sun. I can move you right now. Fine, you know what that means. I can't say it on tape. Okay. You sure you're right there? Circle the knees. One hand on each kneecap. Circle the knees. Circle the knees the other direction. Letting that thigh bone rotate in hip socket. Ball and socket joint. Really amazing the range of motion that we are offered. And rock side to side. Drop your feet on the ground. Open your feet out to the edge of the mat and let the knees touch each other. So you're lying knock-kneed. And then the arms are going to inhale up and overhead. And you relax. Unfurl the brow. Breathe in and breathe out. Notice if you're gazing in that interior landscape, notice how the breath expands and raises the chest up towards your chin, and kind of inhale, it rocks your tailbone to the ground. Exhale, exaggerate so that the belly flattens to the backbone presses against your mat, and your unattached ribs close in and squeeze all that stagnant air out of the bottom of your lungs. And then you inhale. You draw in that refreshing, revitalizing, magnificent, buoyant breath. And you exhale. And then you let the arms slide softly out to a T. Inhale and exhale both knees off to your right side. Let the bottom foot, your right foot, jump up onto your left knee. And touch the ground. Go all the way, Suze. All the way. There you are. And use the weight of that right foot to stretch the side hip. Yes or no? Yes? Good. Yes? Yes. Yay. Torquing and spiraling the spine. You can always try and turn your left ear away from the knees. Don't do anything that hurts, but experiment. Explore what your body's able to do. Now exhale, bring the head back into the center, bring the knees back into the center. Realign your hips and your shoulders. That right foot stays crossed over the left foot. Lift a left thigh, lift your hips up. And now swing your hips to the right. I know you have to think, and I'm sorry that you have to think, but swing your hips to the right, plop them down, and take your right arm and your right knee and roll to your left so that you're in a little almost fetal position. And then you can take the right arm appropriately up on your eyes to shadow you from the sun and look away from your knees. Exaggerating your breath, massaging your organs, completely participating in the well-being of your temple. Breathe in and breathe out. And then exhale, roll back onto your backs. Grab your hips, realign the hips and the shoulders, arms overhead, inhale. The right foot is still over on top of that left thigh. Exhale, reach for the sky. We're going to thread the needle, reverse the pigeon. Grab the left thigh, tuck it into your body, lay down on the ground. All the toes are pointed towards the sky. You do what you need to do to release the tightness. Rock a little bit, breathe more, smooth your face, talk to your groin, talk to your hip. You can stretch that left leg if you want. Breathing in, breathing out. And release that leg, unhook the feet, bounce your hips up and down. Boom, 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 boom. Shake out any stagnation. Use that sacrum against the earth. Shake out any crystallization, that immobility. And then give yourself a hug. Drop your feet onto the ground. Feet are wide. Knees are against each other. Arms are overhead. 3 breaths in and out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Empty, empty, empty. Once more. Breathe in and breathe out. And let the arms roll out to a T. Inhale and exhale. Both knees drop to your left. That left foot comes up on top of your right thigh, and you look away. Knees go down. That's good. Just take it and just swing off. Exactly. And look to your right. See where the body has resistance or less action or an unfamiliarity with the motion, really spiraling those vertebrae, reaching and creating space in the hips. Inhale, exhale back onto your backs. Lift, realign the hips and shoulders, lift up the hips so that that same left leg is just hanging and you're pressing on your right foot. Now swing the hips to the left, drop everything down and bring the top arm over and clap the lower arm so that you're actually stacking up your shoulders and stacking up your hips. And then if you're in the mood, you can take the left hand and let it go on your eyes and keep the sunshine out of your eyes and look away from your knees. It's your spine, it's your torque, wringing out the waist. Breathe in, breathe out. And easy. Release that arm, exhale, roll back onto your backs. Hips and shoulders line up. Arms go overhead. Exhale, thread the needle. Bring your hands through that little triangle area. Grab your right thigh and lower down your head. The 10 toes are flexed. The feet are flexed. You're pushing through the heels. You can kind of use your elbow to push that left knee away from you. If you feel like straightening the right leg, go ahead. Feel the back of your skull engaged. Feel where your body touches the earth. And release that right leg, undo the feet, bounce the hips. Boom, 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 boom. Tuck your knees into your chest, hold your outer feet and go into happy baby. You can hold your ankles if you need to. The kneecaps are towards your armpits. The thighs on either side of your ribs. You can rock side to side. You can open the legs up and roll so the toes are facing the earth. And then easy, take your hands and straighten the legs up to the sky. Press the hands so you can help your legs come together. Drop your feet on the ground. Make fists. Make a little fist with your hands. Lift your bottom up and slip your arms underneath your body so that your bottom is right on your little thumb, and your fists, your biceps are underneath your back. Your knees come to your chest. And you straighten your legs to the sky. Soles of the feet open to the sky. Crown of the head is on the earth. You breathe in and you breathe out. For those of you that are more familiar with inverted positions, if you wish to extend, you're more than welcome, but Allow the soles of your feet, yep, on your brick is a good place. Also, if you want to put your brick underneath your hips, reach through the soles of your feet. Ava, pull your feet legs a little bit more towards me. Soles of the feet are open. Eyes are soft. Receive that cosmic waterfall. Don't worry, Robert, go easy today. This is a rejuvenating posture, feeding the digestive process, releasing the pressure on the valves in the legs, letting that arterial flow move through you. Allow that cosmic juice to flow through you, relaxing, keeping the legs straight. If they tremble, that's fine. That means the nervous system is realigning. Feed your digestion, bless you. Feed your complexion. Feed your brain. Receive. And easy. Bend the knees in towards your chest. Slowly drop the feet onto the ground. If you're up high, inverted, drop the feet. Release the hands. Lift your head. Lift your arms. Lift your legs at an angle off. 30 breath of fires. Use your belly. Last 10. Lower the legs, lower the elbows, lift the chest, drop the crown of the head to the earth. Fish pose. Breathe in, expand your ribs. Open up your thyroid, open up your throat. Crown of the head connecting to the earth. Complete the circuitry. Heart is radiant, viscera are exposed. Inhale, lift the head up and softly lower on down. Separate the legs, separate the arms. Turn your head side to side softly to release. Come back softly into center and relax for a few moments in Shavasana. Take a nice deep breath, and on the exhale, let out your sigh. Ah. Take it again. Breathe in. Exhale, melt in the earth. Ah. Relax. Eyes are closed. The eyes sink into the sockets. The body releases. You can let your hand go on your belly if you wish. Your left hand on the belly, your right hand on the heart. Take up some space with the mother. Relax your inner thighs. Let your lips get plump. Let your brow be unfurrowed. The large muscles drop from the bones. Try not to be distracted by anything, especially your own lists and your own agenda. Practice that art of witnessing the beating of your heart, the flow of the prana in your body, the sweetness, letting the surface of your skin release, become permeable and breathable. So as that breath of the gods blows across your skin, let your breath get a little larger into your navel point. We're going to slide back into the vessel. The breath draw you into your temple. Oh, it's beautiful. Breathe into your fingertips and your toes. You can wiggle your fingers and your toes. Feel the expansiveness, the buoyancy, the spaciousness, and the grace. Let your thumbs slide across your fingertips so that you reconnect the nervous system. On your next exhale, bring the hands to your heart so you gather in all that love, that light, that joy, that wonder. Lace your fingers, twine your fingers, stretch the arms up and overhead, reach long. Step the straight legs together and point the toes and push the heels and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Flutter your eyelashes, move your lips, say, wow, I'm so happy to be alive. And exhale, tuck your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug, roll off to the side, press yourself up to either side you wish. Press yourself up to a seated position that's comfortable for you. Acknowledge your earthboundedness, seatedness, and rootedness. Stretch the arms out from your arms and your wings so that you reach out large up and overhead. Press the palms together, thumbs and baby fingers stay glued. The other fingers burst open like the petals of the lotus blossom. You create your own chalice, your cup, this opportunity to receive through the palms of your hands. That cup slides down your heart line, that lotus mudra. On your exhale, the fingertips come together, the palms remain cupped around a precious flower blossom. And without any effort at all, we find ourselves again and again and again in this ancient and sacred greeting, this place where for centuries we have bowed, we have honored, we have welcomed, we have greeted the light, the spark of the divine within ourselves and others. We know the sameness of our breath. We know the sameness of our blood. We thank ourselves for being present and a part of. Thank you so much for being part of this Urban Yoga Zoom live class. Happy end of August. Namaste. Thank you so much.
Namaste. Thank you.
Namaste. Visit the tip jar. Welcome home, everybody. Yay. Yay. Thank you so much, you guys. It's so great to see you. Thanks for being part of this on duet. Good. So much fun. We have a bunch of people here today. It's just great. Finally. I know. It's so wonderful to see you. So, yay. Oh, see, I show you everybody. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Love you.
Zoom the tunes.
Thank you very much. Namaste.
That's my sister right there. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Namaste.
Namaste.
There is everybody.
There.
Namaste. There's Mr. Sentan. There's the mountain. Namaste, you guys. I love you.
Namaste.
Hit up that tip jar and we'll be here again in force.
Love you.
Yes. Love you too so much. Love you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, Robert, we are. Every Sunday we're here, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday at 8:15. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, it's on the website.
Okay,